I've played Zenless Zone 0 for the past 120 days, and during this time, I've never wished on the exclusive W engine, stable, or even the Bangboos banner. In this video, I showcase my no wish account. See what happens when you don't wish on Zenless Zone 0 until interknot level 55, how far into the endgame I can go, and how many polychromes do I currently have. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more content like this, why not consider dropping a like and a sub, but otherwise. Starting off with the agents, as you can see, we've got 7 agents. Everything you see on this account is obtainable without accessing the searching menu, and the specific method of how I've got various items will be at the bottom of the screen in a white subtitle text. Starting off with Anby, she's level 60 and is the default stunner everyone gets by just playing through the game. She's on F11, 11, 11, 11, 9, as everything contributes to maximizing the amount of days she can deal, and running 4-piece Shock Star and 2-piece Swing Jazz with the following disk drives: HP, Attack, Defense, Crit Rate, Electric Damage Bonus, and Impact, as their sets grant additional days and energy, which helps with Anby being able to deal the maximum amount of days as quickly as possible. W engine wise, she's running the Demara Battery Mark II, upgrade rank 1, and everyone will get a copy of this W engine by just playing through the game. But otherwise, M0, and that's it for my Anby build. Next up, we've got Nicole. She's level 60 and is a support character everyone gets by just playing through the game. She's on F3, 8, 11, 11, 9, focusing on her assist and special attack due to extra resources from participating in limited time events. She's running 4-piece Swing Jazz and 2-piece Freedom Blues with the following disk drives: HP, Attack, Defense, Anomaly Proficiency, Ether Damage Bonus, and Energy Recharge. W engine, she's running Slice of Time upgrade rank 5, which the first copy can be obtained through a limited time event. A second copy can be obtained by just playing through the game, and additional copies can be purchased from the gadget shop using various in-game materials. Running upgrade rank 5, since the extra decibel helps with meeting combat thresholds to obtain enough decibels for ultimate skills whenever an enemy is stunned. But otherwise, she's on M0, and that's it for my Nicole build. Next up, we've got Billy. He's the main damage dealer for the Cunning Hairs that everyone gets by just playing to the game, running 53.8 and 146, with the skills being F, 11, 11, 12, 12, 12, focusing on assist, special attack, and chain attack to maximize the amount of damage dealt. Billy is running 2-piece Woodpecker and 4-piece Fang Metal with the following disk drives: HP, Attack, Defense, Crit Damage, Physical Damage Bonus, and Attack. Billy is running 4-piece Fang Metal over 4-piece Woodpecker, as the 4-piece buff for Fang Metal deals a lot more damage, and when you pair this with his plus 50% damage crouching shot buff, he can deal some crazy damage, allowing for some quick clears when tackling endgame content. He's running the Starlight engine, which is especially good for Billy since I always run him with Nicole, and it's on upgrade rank 5, which you get the first copy by just playing through the game, and additional copies can be purchased from the gadget shop. But otherwise, Billy is on M0, and that's it for my Billy build. Next up, we've got Corin. She's a main damage dealer everyone gets by accessing the mailbox as a global pre-registration milestone reward. She's running 53.8 and 146, with the skills being F, 12, 11, 11, 12, 12, focusing on basic attack, special attack, and chain attack, as those skills are most used by Corin. Corin is running 2-piece Woodpecker and 4-piece Fang Metal for the increased crit rate with the following disk drives: HP, Attack, Defense, Crit Rate, Physical Damage Bonus, and Attack. Similarly to Billy, Corin is running 4-piece Fang Metal due to the amount of damage it can deal, especially useful when paired with the W engine for Corin, which is the Gilded Blossom, running on upgrade rank 5, as all copies were obtainable as a limited reward from the version 1.1 main event. But otherwise, Corin is on M0, and that's it for my Corin build. Going into the meme builds territory, starting off with Ben Bigger, you get a copy of Ben by just playing to the game. He's level 60, running an impact build, which you'll see in a moment. He's on F11, 11, 11, 11, 7, focusing on everything since his skills directly correlate to how fast I can stun enemies, running 4-piece Shock Star and 2-piece Swing Jazz, as you can see over here, to facilitate his stunner role with the following disk drives: HP, Attack, Defense, Anomaly Proficiency, Defense, and Impact. His W engine is the precious fossilized core. I was running the Bunny Band for the first few months before everyone was built, but now that everyone's roles are well defined, Ben can now focus for a more specialized role, which is to be a stunner. Since we've only got 7 characters to work with and only 1 stunner to share between 2 teams for Shiyu Defence, Ben has to play as a stunner, which is why he is on the precious fossilized core. Even though the W engine effect does not work, it doesn't matter since all we need is the impact advanced stat, and pushing Ben on a stunner build can cut significant amounts of time in Shiyu Defence. But otherwise, Ben is on M0 and that's it for my Ben Bigger build. Next up, we've got Soukaku. You get her by clearing a certain level of Shiyu Defence. She's level 60 and is running E779113, not focusing on anything in particular as she was mainly used for her core passive Blade Banner buff before Lucy took over a role as a support character. She's running 4-piece Hormone and 2-piece Freedom Blues as a general support anomaly proc, running HP, attack, defense, anomaly proficiency, attack, and attack, with the W engine being Street Superstar, which can be obtained by purchasing at the gadget shop. This is a placeholder W engine which was used for Corin back in version 1.0 and it is not her intended W engine, but as you can see, I've got multiple copies of Slice of Time which I can simply swap over if I have to main her. But otherwise, M0 and that's it for my Soukaku build. Last but not least, we've got Lucy. You get her by participating in the version 1.2 event as a limited reward, and she's a crazy good support to have in any character roster. She's on F7711117, focusing on assist and special attack as those are the skills used whenever she's on field. She's running 4-piece Shockstar and 2-piece Swing Jazz. Before anyone starts typing in the comments, I do have a 4-piece Swing Jazz 2-piece Shockstar build which I do use for Hollow Zero. But since I spend the majority of my time clearing Shiyu Defence, I'll be showcasing my 4-piece Shockstar build instead. I'll explain why I use 4-piece Shockstar once I cover my endgame progression for this account, but for now, just keep in mind I have 2 builds for Lucy. She's running 4-piece Shockstar and 2-piece Swing Jazz with the following disc drives: HP, attack, defense, crit rate, attack, and impact, running the Slice of Time W engine which can be purchased from the gadget shop. But otherwise, Lucy is on M0 and let's move on to the next section. Moving on to the W engines, as you can see I've only got 8 W engines, all of them being A ranked and were obtainable by just playing to the game or by participating in limited time events. Since I've already gone through how you could get each of these W engines when going through the agent roster, I will not be repeating how I've got them here, but there should be something on screen right now which will show how I've got everything, just in case there are people who skipped my explanation of agents during the video. But otherwise, let's move on to the Bangboos. Moving on to the Bangboos, as you can see, I've only got 3 Bangboos in Zenless Zone 0. Bangboo, which you obtain by just playing to the game, Lucky Boo being obtainable to the version 1.0 event as a limited time reward, and Pressure Boo being obtainable through clearing the weekly challenges in Hollow Zero. All 3 Bangboos have their specific uses when tackling content, but Lucky Boo and Pressure Boo are my usual go-tos as Lucky Boo addresses a specific physical anomaly issue on Billy's team, and Pressure Boo being a general extra energy Bangboo suitable for all teams, which I usually put on Corin's team. I'm sure future versions will give us additional Bangboos, but until then, that's all I've got, and let's move on to the endgame content. As of the release of this video, endgame progression is dictated by 2 game modes. Hollow Zero, where you progress through content by triggering increasingly difficult ether activity modifiers, and Shiyu Defence, where you obtain S rank based on achieving specific conditions, whether if it's by clearing content within the set time limit or keeping your agents alive in combat. Let's start with Hollow Zero, and as you can see, I've cleared Ether Activity 11 on both Exploration and Blitz game mode. Blitz game mode being easier to clear since pressure is not a consideration, but both game modes are still pretty difficult to clear on the maximum difficulty. I don't really have any specific advices on how you could clear this, aside from getting shield granting Resonias, getting the 2 Vital View related Resonias for whenever you dodge or perform a perfect assist, getting the Avocado Boo or Paper Boo to heal yourself or force aggro your enemies away from you to avoid damage taken, or any Resonias to help keep your characters alive by increasing defense. But even then, you need to know enemy patterns and dodge well enough to get the clears. This is in consideration that Hollow Zero Blitz took 36 minutes to clear from start to finish, and Hollow Zero Exploration taking almost an hour to clear. I will mention however that the rewards are worth it since the final difficulty clear grants a tuning calibrator, and these are valuable items to have early on to guarantee main stats on disk drives, which explains why I was able to have 3 Impact Shockstar pieces on my characters. In terms of difficulty, I'll be rating Hollow Zero Blitz 11-11 clear a 7.5 out of 10 and Hollow Zero Exploration 11-11 clear an 8.5 out of 10, since Exploration game mode has additional factors which can affect how easy or hard your run will be. Next up, we've got Inferno Reap. This is an extension to the Hollow Zero game mode where you obtain rewards based on how much damage you can deal to a boss enemy on a per attempt basis. Since this is mainly a grinding game mode, you will eventually get all of the rewards here. There are a few objectives which requires you to deal a set amount of damage on a single attempt, but as you can see, I've got everything here. As long as you have proper Resonias to back up your run, this will not be too overly difficult. Inferno Reap will have a 3 out of 10 difficulty for all rewards. Moving on from Hollow Zero, we've got Shiyu Defence. And as you can see, I've got S ranks on all critical nodes, all stable nodes, all disputed nodes, and all ambush nodes as of the release of this video. Let's start off with the stable nodes. These are equivalent to the beginner nodes geared towards pre-interknot level 45 when you're just progressing to the early game content. It won't be easy to S-rank everything early on, but by the time you reach interknot level 50, you will have access to level 60 characters, which by then you'll be able to breach through everything in this game mode. As the enemies do not scale off to your higher level characters once you reach higher interknot levels, stable node gets a 2 out of 10 from me in terms of difficulty. Disputed nodes varies slightly from stable nodes, as the way to get S rank requires you to stay alive against really tanky enemies, but there's no time limit. Everything may look intimidating at first, but since Disputed Nodes is currently a permanent game mode with non-changing enemies, if you spend enough time in this game mode, you will eventually learn the enemy patterns for the harder nodes and clear everything. These nodes can definitely be cleared with a faster time, but I wanted to keep these times to showcase the clear times back when this game mode was during version 1.1 before Lucy was released. This gets a 7 out of 10 since you need to specifically learn enemy patterns, and the double enemies on the later nodes are well designed to kill you if you make a mistake. Ambush nodes are the rotating versions of disputed nodes. You get S rank as long as you clear the content without agents dying. As of the release of this video, there is only one iteration of the ambush node, and since that is the only info I've got to work with, I will have to give this node a 6 out of 10, assuming you've got fully built main DPSs and well-built support characters. I will however mention that since ambush nodes refresh every version, tougher enemies can replace further nodes, and I can definitely see this game mode becoming much harder down the line. And finally, we've got critical node. 10 out of 10 for 7S clears. Took me hours of optimization for the one time I was able to get the 7S clear, and most other versions, including the current iteration for this video, I just can't meet the DPS check to get the final S rank. The only reason I was able to get the 7S rank clear was the fact that the enemies were not physically resistant, and I used an unintentional build to get the S rank in time. Even then, those attempts took multiple hours, were borderline impossible, as the two hardest chambers were cleared with less than 1 second to spare, with one of the chamber ticking into A rank, but I still got the S rank due to my understanding of how timers work in Zenless Zone Zero. This game mode is why I use 4-piece Shock Star on both Ben and Lucy. Since I only have one stunner, the other team has to compensate days for damage. When enemies are stunned, there is a damage multiplier where agents deal extra damage, and this days multiplier is where you get most of your damage. To accommodate timely days for Corin, Ben and Lucy needs to run 4-piece Shock Star to reduce the amount of time enemies are not stunned, to just barely slot in an extra stun cycle to meet the DPS check for the final S ranks. We are now going to the searching menu and have a detailed look at my Polychrome count, as well as the amount of searching currencies I have at the moment. And as you can see, I currently have 58,154 Polychromes, 40 encrypted master tapes, 173 master tapes, and 331 Boopons. Everything you see here is obtainable as a free-to-play player by just playing through Zenless Zone Zero, and as of the release of this video, I would have 64,554 Polychromes worth of searches across limited event banners. But if you include master tapes and Boopons, this will equate to 145,194 Polychromes worth of searches across various banners, which equates to around 907 searches across all banners in Zenless Zone Zero. 7 agents, 246 achievements, all story and endgame content cleared, all arcade content cleared, everything can be cleared without interacting with the searching menu, whether it's obtaining S ranks on Shiyu Defence game modes, or clearing the hardest difficulty contents on all Hollow Zero game modes. It has been a crazy journey to go through, but the journey is far from over. Zenless Zone 0 max rank is interknot level 60, and there will be more content to clear as I go through future versions. While this is going on, I'll be live on Twitch to celebrate the biggest no wishing milestone to date, soon to drop in version 5.2, so make sure you subscribe to see this abomination of an account overview 4 years into the making.